This lesson that you're watching is about the types of fronts. We'll get into what they are shortly, but your objective is to be able to identify the different types of fronts and the weather that they bring. The 4 types of fronts, for your information, are cold front, occluded front, warm front, and stationary front. You can remember those 4 names by remembering cows. C for cold, O for occluded, W for warm, S for stationary. These are images of the 4 types of fronts. You can see a cold front moving in on the warm air mass, a warm front moving in on the cold air mass. You can see an occluded front here where 2 cold masses work together to push up the warm air, and a stationary front where the cold air mass and the warm air mass are coming together. All of them are the interaction between a cold and a warm air mass. Obviously, the direction that they're moving and how quickly they're moving and other factors will affect which one you get, and that will affect the type of weather that you get. Make sure on your notes you have 3 colors. You want to shade in the cold front as the blue triangles. Those are the symbols that they use on weather maps. The warm front are the red semicircles. The occluded front is every other triangle, circle, triangle, circle. Lastly is the stationary front, where since the 2 air masses are kind of pushing against each other, you have the alternating red, blue, red, blue. A cold front forms when a colder air mass moves towards a warmer air mass, replacing the warm air with the cold air. The cold air mass is denser, so it pushes the warm air mass up. And you can see here in the picture, the cold air mass is moving to the right, pushing that warm air up. And you get these clouds because the water in the air is condensing when it comes in contact with the cold air, right? You remember that something that is a gas turns into a liquid, meaning it condenses when it gets cold enough. Cold fronts move rapidly, and because of the condensation, we get severe weather, such as thunderstorms, heavy rain, hail, and even some tornadoes. After the front passes, you'll get some dry air and cooler temperatures because of the cold air that has moved in. A warm front forms when the less dense, warmer air moves towards the cooler, denser air, and it kind of rises up, right? The warm air still is going to rise because it is less dense, but this one moves nice and slowly and gradually. And what we get, because the clouds actually form over the entire area, we get a light rain or snow. It's not all concentrated in one area. And then after that, some clear, warm weather. The temperatures after this are humid and warm after the front passes. Taking a look at this, can you guess, pause here and guess which is the warm front and which is the cold front based on the weather that you see? Now that you've paused and thought about it for a little bit, A, the top image, shows a cold front. This causes the weather to be heavy rain all over a concentrated area when the water condenses because it's all in one specific area. The bottom image shows a warm front, which causes light rain because the clouds are more spread out. So the same amount of water is spread over the same area. So the rain is lighter. The third type of front is an occluded front. Occluded means blocked off, and it forms when a warm air mass gets caught between 2 cool air masses. So the cooler air masses move the warm air mass up, and as you can see here in the image, the warm air is blocked, right? It's not reaching the ground. We get cloud formation here and heavy rain and snow. For example, you could even get a severe blizzard in South Texas. The warm and the cold temperatures together result in this situation. Lastly, we have a stationary front. Again, when the cold and warm air masses meet, but they're both coming at each other kind of equally, so they do not move. They stay in place. Okay, stationary means it stays in place. This brings light winds and showers, cloudy skies, and fog. All the clouds and the fog gets stuck in that area. This will only change if another front comes through or moves through the area. Here's another image of what the stationary front looks like. Let's take a quick look at this weather map. I want to point out two different fronts. One, the occluded front here over on the left. Underneath, you can see the green is heavy rain. The white patches are snow, so occluded fronts can bring lots of precipitation like that. We also have a warm front here, right, with little to no precipitation. The skies are generally more clear in areas where there's a warm front. And lastly, take a look at this map. What fronts do you notice? And I want you to notice the weather that's underneath each one. Or maybe here, why is there no weather? Here, what weather do you see?